Hello and welcome to this Saturday, August 17th, 2019 episode of Tesla Sidekick. Now, today's episode is about the Roadster and Tesla Energy. This is combining two episodes into one. And now, the interesting thing about the new Roadster is how much energy they are packing in. They're going to put a 200 kilowatt hour pack in it. So it's double the pack size of what they're currently using. And aside from that, they are working to increase power output. So that's something significant as well. That's probably more significant because it's rapid power going into the pack and rapid power coming out of the pack. And so those are problems they have to solve for the semi as well. Rapid power going into the pack, rapid power coming out of the pack. Especially coming out of the pack if it's going to be pulling, a full 80,000 pound load. It's really going to be interesting to see what comes of their innovations with the Roadster while simultaneously building the semi, while simultaneously ramping up production of like the Model Y and Model 3, while building more gigafactories. It's like my own energy has always been attracted to Nevada, and it's more attracted, at least since I was about 21. That's the first time I went to Las Vegas. I lived there and then I came back. Not because I didn't like Las Vegas, but because there were specific people here. And now that the Gigafactory is where it is, there is a housing shortage. This does give me a rather large opportunity. It makes me want to focus my energy on Sparks, Nevada. It makes me want to focus, since one of my podcasts is the Tesla Sidekick podcast. One of the big focuses is Tesla Energy, which makes me think, okay, well, should I move to Buffalo? And while New York could be a potentially good idea, Elon isn't there very much right now. And the point is to get Elon's attention. Maybe I could get his attention better in Buffalo. It's really, interesting because life is such the interesting part is this journey that I'm going on, I am hoping really inspires a lot of people. Because you can literally create the life that you want. You can literally create the opportunity that you want. And it's like, I want to go to Sparks, and I might go to Sparks, but there is a small chance that I won't. I guess there is a chance that I could be going to New York. I'm looking at something real quick. Okay, so there's another place in New York that I'm interested in, but it's actually 5.5 hours away. Now, that is the other place that I'm interested in is closer to Manhattan. It makes things really interesting. There's so much opportunity. And if I could be near Manhattan, that would be cool, especially since I do a Gary Vee podcast. It could kill two birds with one stone. Be near Manhattan, be near Gigafactory 2. I would probably be in Warwick, New York, temporarily. And then be near New York, work to get Gary Vaynerchuk's attention, and then simultaneously work to get Elon Musk's attention. Now, Elon Musk and Gary Vaynerchuk may seem like they're on different levels, but in reality, they're just different. And they have different purposes and have had different lives leading up to this. But I think they're going to have similar overall impact in helping to feed, house, and empower people. I think a lot of people's ultimate impact is going to be feeding, housing, and empowering people. It's going to be one of those or multiple of those. If you help empower them, you ultimately help feed and house them as well. Elon Musk is going to be building cities on other planets. He's definitely going to be housing people. Gary Vee has the intention to be, out of this world. So it's very interesting because I want you to pick up on this energy that I'm putting out. And the energy is that you can create whatever kind of life you want. Look at what Tesla did. He created energy out of air, supposedly. Had this electric car all those years ago. And then you read stories like Napoleon Hill talks about with Edison, and then you kind of know more of that. If you know more of that story, it's like, man, I have such conflicting podcasts in a way, but in another way, they're bringing it all together. It's taking the best and spreading it around, regardless of the individuals, because it's not about the people, it's about the principles. And like, that's the thing, is we shouldn't hate on the people, we should hate on the negative principle. And if we love people unconditionally and then either also like or hate principles, that opens up a new paradigm. Much like Tesla has opened up a new paradigm for electric vehicles, solar roofs, all these things. It really opens people's minds to energy in a new way. And I'm from Jackson, Michigan, and William Foote started Consumers Energy, an energy company, which is really interesting because, my intention is building prototype villages here. The first one was supposed to be in 2012. Well, in 2013. It was the end of 2012 as we were working on it. And I just didn't get things together like I should have. I didn't hold them together. I didn't keep them together and move forward. And now I've taken the time, and I finally started these podcasts, and I finally developed the energy in myself. And yes, I may take days off at times like I did yesterday, but ultimately it's going to be one day a week that I take off, like maximum, unless there were like a catastrophic emergency. And I'm focused on impacting lives. I'm focusing on helping Tesla succeed, but also Elon Musk succeed so it can help get people to Mars. And it helps open a brighter future. Ultimately, over the next 10 years, I'm probably going to be hiring about 10 million people, which sounds insane. But we need 10 million people that are experts in both STEAM and HHA. And that may sound stupid, but STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. HHA is happiness, health, and abundance. This is about living, working, playing, loving, learning, paying it forward. I say these same things over and over, but I want people to fully understand. I want you to see the potential within yourself to create the life that you want. I'm so grateful for my life. I'm getting messages from my wife that are giving me notifications, and I just genuinely love what's manifested. Yes, there is struggle, there's adversity, there's defeat, all those things. But the suffering is gone. The actual suffering. Now, it's not completely gone for the other people around me. I'm still not 100% nice as I would like to be. But I've broken through that personal where, it's not that I'm like a horrible, horrible, horrible person, but I can be mean at times. And I'm working on being less mean and more constructive. You know what I mean? I hope you do. It's a very delicate balance because there's no such thing as constructive criticism. So how do you construct someone while explaining what they did wrong? It's an interesting way to think about things. I hope you understand what I'm building here and what I'm working toward and what Elon's working toward. And part of what I'm working toward is bringing people together with this podcast. I want to interview people in this expertise of Tesla for this specific podcast. But ultimately, I want people to really step up. How do you get people to step up and start building? And I think it's about training programs in factories, and having the products, shippable products to manufacture. The manufacturing process has to be complete as well. It's going to take a lot of manpower initially, but we're very close to this tipping point of manufacturing houses purely with robotics. We're extremely close. Maybe not purely, but largely. Yeah, not purely, but largely. We're going to be cranking these places out. And it's going to be a combination of humans and technology. And we're going to be housing people, and we're going to be creating indoor farming to help control the bugs and the infections and all these things. Help control, okay, so it's only this little bit that was affected, not millions of dollars impacted. Decentralized food growing. This protects people in a major way. The only way we're going to get to space is by understanding the power in what we can each do and being inspired by the energy that Elon's putting out there. This isn't about worshiping Elon or anything like that, but just saying, look, this is one smart guy. He's really inspiring us all. Let's each do our own part. And that, I can't tell you what has gone through my mind other than I can't stop. I've got to keep going. And now that I've started this, now the momentum continues to build more each day. It's incredible. It's this lifestyle of these podcasts and putting this whole system together and bringing together the people. And then, finding the real estate and the people in each of these localities, the people that live in these areas, not bringing in a bunch of outsiders, but going in and saying, look, let's do it your way. We're here to help. We're here to help you do it your way. And some things are going to fail. Some things are going to succeed. It's about trying a lot of things and giving people the opportunity to fail. They've got to be able to have that runway so that we can, when we offer that, then we're going to have an overall improved success for everyone. So we're about 15 minutes or so in. And I think it was a good episode for 2 days. It was 2 in 1, and I really hope you understand why I took yesterday off. I hope to update people better in the future, like, hey, taking the day off, taking a personal day, or have a planned day each week where I'm just taking it off. But it's a learning experience. It's been hard because I'm paying so much for internet, and it's like, do I keep doing this? And I am getting people listening, so I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose that momentum, especially with the posting. There's no way to do the daily posting in quite the same way I'm doing it across YouTube, Facebook, and Anchor. I would only be on Anchor if I kill this internet. So yeah, I would go from $500 to like $75 per month. But what do I got to do to get to the next step? And all I've got to do is get one single deposit per month. And if people, go through with those deposits, then I'm going to be busy and have more content for the show. And be putting together the Tesla Power Law with solar and things like that in these units and showing people all of it, the prototype, what you can do. I guess I can't overstate the significance of what this podcast is. It's a way for me to get my ideas out. I'm working to provide value, working to inspire you. But I'm also looking to promote my own business and get people to be customers, employees, and investors. If you want to check out what I'm working on, go on over to inspirelansing.com. That's inspirelansing.com. If you want to place $1,000 deposit on a Happy Hero studio, that's happyherodeposit.com. Thank you for watching another episode. I appreciate you. Each of my podcasts are gaining more traction. Each of my podcasts I love, but this is the one where there's an actual person guiding things differently than the others. And Gary is very interesting. Tim Cook is very interesting. Don Green is very interesting. These types of people are interesting, but with Tesla and Elon Musk, he's doing multiple things. He's working on SpaceX. He's working on Tesla. This podcast is probably my most inspiring because when I see him doing that, it's like, yeah, if he can do that, I have a lot of room for growth. Thank you for another episode of Tesla Sidekick. Have a great night.